usually a generally very stationary process, so it's some sort of constant times your rainfall before, plus maybe some sort of other constant. Traditionally, what a lot of weather generators do is they do start from here and they discretize it. So they say that it's a relatively stationary process, and what happened, let's say, a couple of hours ago will be indicative of what happens in the next hour. So we say that another thing we do know is that there's a fat tail. So there is some sort of auxiliary process with some sort of noise, and these are all very physical processes that we know how they work, but we can't represent, and that's where machine learning comes along. So let's say machine learning is this massive model that I'm just going to talk about with F. So it's a hybrid approach where we have artificial intelligence to then fill in the gaps where the physical models lack understanding or representation because it's too complex. And they're able to then be able to represent these complicated processes in a data-driven method so that we can best be able to forecast what the true observed reality is. So for the AI, there is the part where it predicts, but to predict, it needs to first train. And we train on historic observational data. So the input towards our AI device is the weather forecasts, and it's taking these weather forecasts and training to be able to match them to the observed reality based on the state-of-the-art satellite observations and station data that we have. So as the training time progresses, the model will learn more and more, and it's rewarded for giving accurate predictions that match true observed reality, and if it doesn't do that, it's penalized. That's the beauty of it, because it's so computationally affordable that we've literally got people running it on their laptop. So you can have this model, and once it's trained, you can just run it on your laptop to produce 50 predictions of all the possibilities of what the future weather is going to look like, which, as you said, would have otherwise required banks and banks of supercomputers.
If nothing is being done in issuing information or early warning messages regarding these extreme weathers, then we're going to see more people getting vulnerable, more people getting exposed to these extreme weathers, and we're going to have lots of lives being lost, lots of lives being affected, and livelihoods as well. So at the end of the day, really, the severity of the weather is getting more intense, the frequency is getting more rampant, and I think because of climate change, it's getting also more aggressive. If nothing is really done, then we're going to see lots of people getting affected, and lives getting lost, and livelihoods getting affected, and the poverty levels really going to increase so much.
So we are really confident that AI models can actually improve the forecasting system. So not just at short range, but also looking at from the short range timescales. So by short range, I mean like just a few days, but also looking throughout all the way to a season. If we could really do that, I really think that it could really enhance our early warning systems.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.